I feel like you guys are targeting right now. I don't. Just say it. I spelled Samantha wrong, for the love of God.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I thought it had 4 M's in it. Samantha.
He spelled Sam wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, M-A-S.
So you go through the entire process. You'll end the process with a chief interview, and then if you're hired, they will sponsor you. So we as a department will cover the cost of the police academy, and then you'll also get an hourly wage while going through the academy, because that will now be your full-time job.
Oh, that's great.
So I always tell people, you have to, obviously there are things that are instant qualifiers, but we can give you all the training you need to be a public safety officer. We can teach you how to be a really good cop and a really good firefighter and a medical first responder, but like I can't teach you how to be a good person. You have to do that on your own. So we just want good people. Like, you don't have to have all these college educations. We just want someone with integrity, and
Do they have like that type of like a psych evaluation and stuff like that
Yes.
before you get hired? Kind of like with doctors, they have to have some sort of like evaluation on their personality and stuff like that, because that's part of like, I mean, it's not like a doctor, but honestly, you guys have to make a judgment call on the spot. That is so difficult, and you got to have it's like, what if you're having a bad day?
Yeah.
And that can reflect, and if you can't control those emotions, like that's such a tough, because you know what, you can escalate in seconds,
absolutely. Yeah.
I've seen it here, like in the store, things escalate in seconds when there's like this type of like theft and stuff involved. Like, things can turn like that. People can be on substance, and it can there's sometimes you can't control it. You have to like get to so lean into that. Like, have you been in like a physical altercation with, like, have you had to wrestle people down and hold them like to get them? That is so.
That sounds exciting.
But how you handle the adrenaline? Isn't it like adrenaline? And
It is.
Or do you guys get trained to like control that like that adrenaline? Because like when there's theft here, no matter what it is, my adrenaline just spikes up, and I'm like, I just want it to be over with.
It's different, in my opinion. It's different because they do train us for it, and more so your training isn't like, the way they train us is not so like, we're going to train you for if this ever happens in your career. We're going to train you for when this happens in your career. So if you, excuse me, if you're training and you're training for like, I will be involved in a shooting, or I will be in a fight.
You ran into it, dude.
If you're training in that way, like, okay, this is going to happen, it's a different mindset compared to if I'm just training for, this might happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're more prepared for it.
So
you know it's going to happen. You just
Have you went through everything that you've, like you said, they train you for what is going to happen in your career, not when. You know what I'm saying? Like, so have you went through everything that you've went through in training? Like, have you been? I know you get pepper sprayed in training. Yeah.
So
have you been? Have you had that happen yet?
You get pepper sprayed in the police academy. So you have to get pepper sprayed and go through pepper spray day to graduate from the academy. But then as far as carrying a taser, I carry a taser, but
too.
yes, so I was tased. But I will tell you this, I will take 10 rounds of a taser before over pepper spray. Pepper spray is unbearable, it feels like, in the moment, and then it's such a lingering thing. It doesn't go away, and then when you go to like wash your face the next day,
it hurts more.
It reactivates it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, when is this going to be done? But a taser, it's 5 seconds, and like there's no residual. So you take the round of 5 seconds, and you're like, I'm done. So.
Sucked
though. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see more and more women coming into the police force?
Yes.
Because I see there's they call it a 30-30 initiative. So by the year.
He's obsessed with the woman.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all he wants to know about, bro.
And can you give me the phone numbers?
Everyone. You guys have a spot at the door in the police station where he can just sit and offer a coffee and a donut to every police officer, woman only.
Well, then our applications would go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but more and more
they would find out Bob was in
go to
there.
zero.
Like, I'm not.
Oh, that man works here?
I'm good.
But more and more women are coming into this, and they want more and more women to come in. Just because of what you said, how they can talk down a situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. you started talking about that initiative, but yes. Yeah. So we already, and I don't have the statistic for you, but we do have a very high percentage of female officers at our department. And just from me being a recruiter and kind of seeing who's interested, it is growing. But I think it's also...
Yours is 19%.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. But it is watching it grow and seeing more women interested in the field. I think it's just the generation as well. You know, it's a different generation of I don't want to say kids now, but like it's a new generation, and women empowerment is
society.
It's a huge thing right now. So I think women are just more empowered to take on jobs like this and not as timid as, you know, maybe it used to be, or more daunting as it used to be.
Well, a lot of, you know, now it's like, if you kind of look at statistics, like marriage is so down. So a woman has to have her own career, her own path, and kind of be a leader of their own house, because traditions are kind of going away, unfortunately, but there's good and bad in that. I think so, you know, and but it's also like, okay, like you have kids, like how do you balance that life between, if you're the mom and you're also a police officer, but you also need a career, and you can't, like, how do you balance all that? Like, that is tough, you know, childcare, all that situation, like unless you have a great partner that can kind of balance it out. But single mom is so hard to have a job and a career.
So there's no way you can do this job without a support system. Absolutely. You especially, like, you need a support system just if you're doing the job and you don't have any responsibilities. You could be a single, you know, person with no kids, and you still need a support system because it's mentally draining on you. But yes, having kids, there's absolutely no way I would be able to do it without my support system. And I mean, it's a thing, but like, I think any parent can say, you just get it done. Like, there's no option of like, well, I just can't do it. I've never had a situation with my kids that I like, well, I just can't make it happen.
Good
like,
for you.
You just always, you find a way, because.
So today's Halloween. What are the kids dressing up? Are they kids young enough to dress up?
Yes. So I have 3 boys myself, and then I have 2 stepdaughters. So one of my stepdaughters is a singer, like a performer singer.
Yeah,
one is a Starbucks barista.
Okay.
And then
that's 2 Bobs. Okay. Keep going.
And then my 10-year-old boy, he is an inflatable dinosaur.
Yeah, those are funny.
Yeah,
they're funny. I don't. Those inflatable things are.
They all wanted inflatable. So then my middle one is riding an inflatable
it looks
dinosaur.
Like he's carrying,
yes. Yeah. And then same with my youngest. So my middle one is riding a skeleton dinosaur, inflatable dinosaur. And then my youngest is riding a regular inflatable dinosaur.
See, now if I was you, I would have made them all dress up as robbers. Or like inmates.
And then me behind
them. And then, you just walking them house to house.
Yes.
I think that would, and like, and you're with the real gun and everything. Yeah. Like, just, you know, every time they don't get you candy, like from, you know. Just, yeah, like, well, we have someone at home put little extra. In case the kid that doesn't get it for you.
I have shown up to elementary schools in this on Halloween. It was last year, actually. And I did have a kid say, like, kind of like touch my vest. And they're like, it just looks so real.
Yeah, oh, that's so funny.
I was like, does it?
Yeah, that's so funny, yeah.
All the money was well spent. No, I'll miss them trick-or-treating. I actually have to work an event tonight for Halloween. So that's another thing that people honestly need to take into. You're gonna miss a lot of like things, and it stinks.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I guess.
But it's all careers too.
Yeah.
It's such a tough balance in this world, because it's hard to just be a one-income family now. Yeah. It's definitely a 2-income world.
Yes.
And and it's such a balance, and kids, and you do miss, and that sucks, because that's where we're gonna miss not just being part of that, but also the kid getting the proper, like.
Yes.
Like, help to be a great person in the world, because nobody's going to raise your kid better than their mom and dad, you know?
Yeah, it's the one thing with our schedule, I'll say, not like I'm just like, apply with us, but, you know, apply with us. But, like, I will say, even as a street officer, so we work 12, so the days you're working, you are very tired, but on the street schedule, you only work 14 days a month. Okay. So you do have a decent amount of days off.
That's great.
And then part of your days off every single month is 7 days in a row. So every month you have 7 days in a row off, which is nice because a lot of people can plan like vacations and stuff. There's no age limit to
Bob,
applying.
Well, Bob, I'm going to repeat this for the 100th time. You do not work here. You haven't got a paycheck since 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Social Security check you're getting, Bob, not Midtown Fresh.
I got a question. Are you good with that gun?
Am I good with the gun?
Yeah.
Well, we can find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Can you
Shoot this pen.
Can you shoot an apple off a Paul's head? A small apple.
Yeah.
We can find out. We do.
Can we go to the shooting range all together? Like, was that something like you
Do
guys?
you have to
did
do
you guys?
it every so often?
Do you guys do like you guys have your own shooting range?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So we have a shooting range that we go to specifically, and then when it comes to our outdoor, like our rifle and shotgun, when we qualify, we go to the Rod and Gun Club.
Okay.
But yes, you have to qualify every year, and there's specific things. So you have to qualify with your firearm every year, along with your rifle, and then you'll get your shotgun. But then like you'll still go through all your
Do you have any
taser.
Gatling guns or anything like that? Bazookas?
Gatling guns.
Oh,
Did you just say Gatling
She
gun?
said 30s, Bob.
Bro,
She
that's
said,
like,
she said she was born in 1930.
Dude, hold on. I gotta look up a Gatling
That's
gun
a
real
big.
quick.
That's 1800.
Yeah.
no, that's not in the budget.
Well, Lincoln told me to go get it. The Gatling.
Right, put the lid back.
Don't
Shrinking in front of the car.
Don't bomb.
Why would they ever have this, bro? This is huge,
Okay.
dude.
What is one of the scariest moments being a police officer? What is anything like you felt like you just felt like, oh my God, this is bad.
Scary moment.
Besides,
Was
coming
like
here.
the protests weren't horrible in Kalamazoo during the pandemic
That was
when the rioting. It wasn't bad.
I don't know if I'd call it like I felt like it was a scary moment, but that was definitely a memorable time of of my career. Is when we had all the protests and unfortunately there was such a cost to like the businesses downtown and
Yeah, because it broke out at night. They started like destroying stuff, right? Okay.
And we'd have we would get like you could work your whole shift during day shift, and then we'd get mass like text messages and phone calls at night, and they would say like city under siege, need all officers to report. And it's just like it's a crazy time to think back on, to think like wow, like I can't believe we worked through that.
It was scary, because I remember there was times we were just like the store, we didn't know what to do, board it up.
Yeah.
We were told to board it up by a lot of city officials, and then a lot of neighborhood, they're like, no, don't you dare.
Yeah.
We're not gonna, like, they don't want to feel like we're surrendering to
Yeah.
them. Like, we'll let nobody, and like even neighborhoods were like, we're not gonna let no one touch the businesses. You can only do so much, right? But it was a very strange time.
Yeah.
And it's tough, like, because sometimes when I was watching a lot of it on the news, and you see like people being so aggressive with you guys, and I'm just like, 50% of the people probably working are on your side. You just got like, and I get it. Everybody was just, we're in a pandemic, never happened before. World shutting down.
Yes.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah.
Everybody's sick, and then we're protesting and screaming at each other. It was really honestly, I think it was one of the saddest moments ever in American history.
Yeah.
That we look like. To me, I felt like, I don't know. I just felt like we're failures to the world, because we're supposed to be the example of the world. That's what America is. But a lot of times lately, I feel like we're just out acting like idiots and want to get our point across.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it takes, and it sucks because what we have in place here in America is you'll never, being from Iraq, you'll never see this.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I always like when I hear things, like my judgment is always like, you're kidding me? You should just shut up and move on with your life, because you don't know what you have, and like, we didn't have police officers in Iraq to save us and protect us, and this, like, the government said, that's what you did.
Yeah.
There is, and you don't whisper it to anybody. So, like, you have the right, free speech, to protest, but before what? What are we protesting for? What are we fighting for? And why are we vandalizing things?
Yeah.
You're no better than the problem.
Yeah.
So, I just always felt like, which I think Kalamazoo has been doing an amazing job at building their credibility with the community.
Yeah.
You guys put a lot of effort into understanding the community.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's amazing, and that does take a lot of effort, energy, and having the right neighborhoods to help you do that as well. And I see you guys team up. I see it all over social media. You guys do a great job at communicating with your neighbors.
Yeah.
And that should be, you guys, I always say Kalamazoo does a lot of things that we should be the example across the board for a lot of states. So commend you guys for that.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Besides at Midtown, you guys do a horrible job. Yes. When you guys show up, we call the cops again.
Yeah, exactly. Send me another one.
Like, it's like ordering a pizza. Like, what? I didn't say send her.
Right.
I'm like,
no, that's good to hear, though. Yeah, I think as a department, like, you know, like you said, we take community policing very serious and like transparency. I think they do a really good job on. I've just come to accept. I think I know I do my job with integrity. I know I treat people well. I just have come to terms like there will be people who will be unsatisfied no matter what, and I can't change that.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So there's going to be people that will only not like me because of this uniform, and it's easier to accept. It's harder to accept when you're like newer and you're like, no, I really want them to just. But it wouldn't matter what I say, and I've learned that it's just.
But I think over time, with what you guys are implementing, it will break the barrier.
Yeah.
Because eventually you have to, like even here, like we have things that don't work, you have to change.
Yes.
The society changes, people's thought changes. Mental health is the top of the list of everywhere,
Yes.
from every workplace in the world to schools. And so we all have to put that first now, especially you guys. So you guys are doing that. And I think eventually the new generation will come to terms to understand, like, these are peace officers.
Yeah.
They're not trying to imprison, you know, like
Yes.
you're not committing a crime. They're not there to stop of you unless you are.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like we're here to help.
Yes.
And then the day and like protect, and that's, you
What
know.
do you see one of the biggest problem out there? Is it drugs, or is it mental, or is it both?
Or the old people.
Yeah. I second that one.
I would say in Kalamazoo, like we definitely have a large amount of mental health issues.
Yeah.
That you know.
That'd be the
definitely.
right, yeah.
Well, you know, I think leading to that, because we have a lot of resources
Yes.
from mental health to the homeless to clinics for you know, substance abuse. We have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
A lot of funding gets put into it, so it becomes a melting pot for this. And addictions are so hard to fight.
Yes.
And it's like you can't knock them, because it's not fair. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be your family member.
Absolutely.
And honestly, it probably is. And you have to, these are the realities. Like, not every city has these resources.
Yes.
Like some of the smaller skirts around us kind of like push people towards us.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we have to take the bad and the good with it. But I know from experience, from my, like, people that, like, we hire second chance all the time. We hire people that have been through it. And I get winners out of them.
Yeah.
It's to be surprising when they just need one more chance.
That's actually
that's
not
all they
surprising.
need.
Yeah,
It's not
I love it,
surprising.
and it's just like I have some great stories of some of my employees, which I can't share, but it's like they're like, if you know what they've been through, they
Yes.
shouldn't be here right now.
Yes.
But I trust them with everything, and that's, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to put you out there like that, Bob.
Yeah, no, it's nice to hear, and it's nice to know what businesses kind of offer that too,
Yeah.
because I'm like a firm believer, like every single person, it does not matter who you are, makes mistakes. Some mistakes are bigger for some people, but you can't punish someone for the rest of their life for something, you know, a mistake that they've made. So, like, and, you know, maybe it's someone who went to prison for their mistakes, but, like, I can't, even as an officer or anyone as a civilian, you can't continue to punish that person for something that they've already went through, you know, our government punishment for.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear that there are, like, you know, businesses and other things that are like, let me give you one more chance.
Yeah.
Do you have family members that are police officers?
I don't. I think, I mean, like, I have, like, an uncle in Florida that I don't talk to.
Do you see? I notice there are a few husband and wives that are both police officers.
Yeah.
Do you see that more and more?
Yeah, my husband's a police officer.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you see that?
He got his answer. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bob. Sorry, dude.
Throw in the towel.
Bob said, wait, I'm not a police
He's actually waiting
officer.
downstairs for you right now.
I said I don't have.
He's an out of uniform officer.
Yeah. He's twirling the cuffs just like I
What did he say about that?
would. Oh, he thought it was funny.
He probably died. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
like that.
Do we know him? Is he Kalamazoo?
Yeah, he works at our department.
Really? I wonder if we met him before.
Does he come in here? Have him come in Mondays. I'm off.
Okay. This is a man-to-man conversation.
You just tell Paul. He'll get a message to me.
I'm looking for Bob.
Right, yeah.
It ain't hard to find any local bar.
Yeah.
He's at O'Duffy's right now.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's do you guys have like nicknames? Like everyone have their own nickname, like in the like that type of like energy? Like is it like
most you just pretty much call people by their last name.
Oh really?
Like some even like my really good friends, like Dejanique that comes in here.
Yeah.
Like I call her, I'm like Barlow, and even when we're outside of work, I'm like Barlow.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just it's
just because you see it all day on their shirt and just.
It almost starts from the police academy. You're only referred to.
Shut up.
You're only referred to as your last name, so it kind of just becomes. And even now, you know, I'm remarried with a new last name, but I'm still Schmeltz.
Yeah.
Like, so it is what it is.
You say it better than me. That's weird.
Well, weird.
No, that's awesome. I think, like, is there anything like? Are you guys ever gonna get like those devices, like those little robots that roll in the street that like the I see on like in California,
like the Uber Eats one?
Yeah, like where they just go around giving people tickets and like where they park. Because if I do see that, I'm taking it, throwing it in my trunk. You see it in the Kalamazoo River.
That would be cool.
I'd be honest with you, I probably have 1,000 tickets coming in parking. Because I go downtown a lot, and half the time the meters don't work. City. And then, like you guys want to collect money, but fix the meter. Because I just park there anyways. And I park there.
The meter
Well,
doesn't work.
It don't work because I'm always jamming stuff in there.
Those are
Wait a minute.
Wait, this doesn't take
Wait a minute.
card?
Wait, is it a felony if I break the meter by accident?
Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yes.
No, like say if I try to put like a $50 into the quarter, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it breaks?
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like you know what you're doing is wrong.
I just have bad eyesight. No, honestly.
What if I made a mistake?
There's the same place I go. I ain't gonna say where because now you guys are gonna be looking for me because
Yeah.
I know what's going
What's
on
your
here.
car?
This is a setup. I drive. What's the
I'm
name
not
of your
going
car?
to tell you what
What's
he
the name of
drives, but it's a black truck.
What's the name of your car again? I go downtown, the same spot. I have to go there every like couple days, and I park, and the same meter's broken. I just keep parking there because it's free now.
Oh my!
And I'm getting like, I'm either.
You're
hit and
gonna go
miss.
to park there tomorrow and be like,
It's
why?
been hit and miss, because you know
It's
you get because now they send you the ticket. They
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the motel
So
by the
I
hour?
always thought I was getting away until like I got a phone call from my wife saying, "Are you gonna pay any of these tickets?" I'm like, "Oh, just pay them." She's like, "It's costing you more to go down there than it is.
Yeah.
Just don't go."
Well, and probably where you're talking about is like Central City parking enforcement. Is that? It's not us.
I'm not
ticketing
telling you. No, it's I'm not telling you. No, it's the parking enforcement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't that motel have free parking?
Well, they're
Yeah, it does.
Well,
but ever since they
parking-
banned it, us no.
parking enforcement is more on top of it now too. So like even today I had a call where people are asking because of COVID we lost like parking enforcement and everything. So now they're back, with day shift and night shift parking enforcement where they're actually citing people parked on the roadways, setting ordinance, you can't park between 2 and 6 a.m. So people are getting tickets and they're like, I've been doing this for, 3 years and I just got a ticket for the first time. And so, but it's just because we were down and out, and trying to still get back up on our feet from COVID.
What about these people driving around their cars with no plates on them?
Yeah.
What about them, Bob?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can you
Yeah.
mind
What about
your
those?
business?
What about those assholes?
Can't you just shoot their tires out or something?
Bob
just woke up and said violence is the answer today.
Bob, driver's license or license plate? Because you don't. I mean,
You don't have either.
Bob. What's the age when you have to go actually take another driving test? Because I think he's passed.
He's close,
Yeah.
or it's
I'm
way
gonna
past.
have to fill out the form for him.
Yeah.
Could you take my driving test?
Oh, yeah.
Just get a Tesla, Bob. You don't need to be driving around.
Yeah.
Save the world, man.
The Cybertruck.
So
Yeah. That is cool. You guys
you see a lot of those around here now.
I haven't pulled one
You
over.
I was going to
should-
ask you
no.
if you've pulled one over because of them using like.
I don't see them. I see them when I'm not driving my cruiser. I feel
Really?
You guys need Cybertrucks.
if you could actually put a memo into the chief that
Hey,
specifically.
Chief, look here.
specifically-
Cybertrucks
With
and one extra.
Gatlet guns
one,
on them, though.
One extra
On
for
the
Midtown.
back. You need a Gatlet gun on the back of a Cyber. Yeah.
Oh, I'll handle crime for you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Bob in the trunk.
Anyway. But like, is there anything you want to get out there for the public or for the city or for public safety? Like, what do you want to say? Say something nice about you, you know. Say something nice about public safety.
Turn her microphone.
Great job. All right.
I panicked. No, we're hiring. But yeah, apply at our next process. But like I said, you just have to be a good person. Like,
yeah.
If you're like, man, I'm kind of interested, or I tell people to inquire. You can go to joinkdps.org and put in for, if you're interested, I tell people all the time, if you're kind of like, I'm interested, oh, it smells good. Do you smell that?
Yeah.
If you're squirrel.
Just a second.
Listen, no, I think, listen, the people.
Wait, I didn't finish.
No,
Yeah, hold on.
You guys already start talking about squirrels.
Sorry,
I don't know what you're
if
doing.
you're interested, you can still inquire about a.
Cadets. We are hiring cadets.
Oh yeah.
Until November.
See, look, I'm not
Like the police academy?
No.
Mahoney
Wait, so
and,
let me finish.
And
No,
Hightower?
wait, you can inquire about a ride along, is what I was gonna say. So I always tell people, no, not Bob. Everyone but Bob can inquire about a ride along.
Bob can sit with a canine or something.
Bob can sit in the back.
It's like,
Yes.
one of them will come out.
Yeah, but we are hiring for cadets. So we used to have, like, we get interns that, are unpaid interns. However, our cadet program that they just started are for paid cadets. And start at?
Up to 18 an hour.
Okay, up to 18 an hour.
That's great.
And it's for, like, people who, it's for anyone, but technically it's aimed for people who maybe aren't old enough to apply for the PSO position, but you're kind of getting your feet in the door and you're getting paid for it.
What's the age to start? Like,
18
why?
plus.
18,
So what's the age to be a police officer?
21.
Oh, really? I didn't know
By
that.
the end of the
Yeah.
academy.
Yeah, that's changed
Was
now
that
too.
is that so
but-
you can drink on the job? Oh,
Jeez. Yeah, you have to know what it's like.
We start
to-
at 18 here for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
have
can drink.
to be
You start drinking
able.
here at 18.
I need to be able to drink to know what it feels like to do the best, DUI investigation.
Oh, for sure, especially
Yeah.
when you're dealing with college kids, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming on
Yeah.
the show. You're awesome. You honestly made the show great.
Thanks.
Bob, I'm sorry I invited you again. And no, guys, thank you for another episode of Grocery Bros. Public safety, thank you. #1 in the state. Kalamazoo got the best public safety. I promise you. They're always looking out. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Now, shoot Bob.